QA, and this is algebra topic that we'll be covering. This is part 1 of algebra. Okay, so welcome everyone. So there is a CAT counseling form that is pinned in the comment section. Please make sure that you put in your details if you require any help regarding courses, mocks, any kind of query. All you have to do is put in your contact number and email address correctly over there so that we can get in touch with you as soon as possible. Okay, so let's begin with our first question for the day. Okay, so the first question is, what is the value of a minus b whole cube plus b minus c whole cube plus c minus a whole cube? So there can be a lot of different ways of solving this. So what I will do is I will take a equal to b equal to c. So generalizing it, if it's a formula, it should work for every possible value for ABC. So let's take each value to be 1. So we get 1 minus 1 whole cube plus 1 minus 1 whole cube plus 1 minus 1 whole cube, which results in 0 plus 0 plus 0, that results in 0. So if I put ABC as 1, this won't result in 0. This is not 0, this is not 0. So B becomes our answer. Right? Okay. Next, if x plus 1 by x is equal to 4, then we are supposed to find out x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4. So the first step is always somewhere around, if you can think of a value of x, that will solve it. So suppose if I take x is equal to 4, so it's going to be a little more than 4. If I take x is equal to 3, it's going to be a little less than 3, right? So the answer is going to be that x is going to be very close to 4, but a little less than 4, right? So what is 4 to the power 4 plus 1 by 4 to the power 4? Okay. So we know that 1 by 4 is 0.25. So 1 by 4 to the power 4 is going to be very, very less in decimal value, right? So our answer is going to be less than 4 to the power 4, which is 256. Now all of the options are less than 256. So putting in the values, because the options are placed in such a way, we won't be able to figure it out. So what we are going to do next is use the logic of squaring again and again on both the sides. So this results in x square plus 1 by x whole square plus 2 into x into 1 by x, which is 2. That gives us 16. So this results in x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 14. Right? Now, if we square again, we will be getting x square plus 1 by x square whole to the power 2 is equal to 14 square, which is 196. So we are pretty sure that the answer is going to be a little less than 196 because the LHS contains some extra term, right? So option A to yahi mark ho gaya. But if we have to solve it properly, the very next step will give us x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 times x square into 1 by x square, which will result in 2. And this is 196. Or the desired expression we will have, that will be equal to 194. So, दो और step लिखने के बाद we will get the answer. We will be confident enough. Even if you don't do it, we are pretty much sure that it's going to be a little less than 196. That also gives us the answer, right? Okay. Next one. The sum of the present ages of a mother and her daughter is 38 years. The age of the mother when her daughter was born was 1/15 of her present age. Find the present age of the mother, right? So if we look at this options, we need 1/15 of her present age. That means her present age should be in the table of 15. In the table of 15, we have only 30. So let's start with this. Okay. So when her daughter was born, so whichever year it was, the mother's age when her daughter was born is 11/15 of mother's present age. So this is going to be 22. So Mother's age was 22 when daughter was 0 years old. Mother's current age is 30, so that's 8 years later. So the daughter's age will be 8 years. So that the sum of their ages is 38 as it is given in the question. So that 15 come multiple is a very big hint that tells us very quickly which option should be the answer. Once you are confident about these approaches, you may not necessarily solve further. Okay? It's extremely rare where you will come across questions where age is in fraction. Okay? बहुत rare होता है. Next, the cost of 2 oranges, 3 bananas and 5 apples is equal to 210. The cost of 4 oranges, 6 bananas and 13 apples is equal to 450. Find the cost of 25 apples. So if we talk about oranges and then we have bananas and then we have apples, and if we talk about the cost. So as per the question, 2 oranges, 3 bananas and 5 apples cost 210, and 4 oranges, 6 bananas and 13 apples cost 450. So if I double this, I'll get 4 oranges, 6 bananas, but 10 apples, and it will cost 420. Now, if we pay attention to this part, because they are same, we can say that 3 apples, it cost us 30 rupees. That means price of each apple is going to be 10. Since we're asked about 25 apples, so the answer should be 250. Right? We're not asked any combination of orange and banana. So without writing down the equation, if you pay attention to the coefficients, or how many units do we have of each commodity, you will be able to one way or the other figure out some pattern. There will be some relation, right? Next, a ticket booking counter charges a reservation fee separately per person. The cost of 2 full and 3 half reserve tickets is rupees 950. Also, the cost for 3 full and 5 half reserve tickets is rupees 1500. We need to find out the cost of 2 full and 1 half reserve ticket, where half ticket is half of a full. So since we know a half ticket is half of a full, so we can say a full ticket is 2 times of half ticket. So what we can do is we can convert every full ticket into half ticket. So instead of 2 full, we can say this is 4 half. So the cost of 7 half tickets is 950, right? And 3 full would become 6 half, right? 6 plus 5, 11 half is going to be 1500. Does this make sense? No, because there is some reservation cost as well, right? So there is going to be reservation cost of 5 people, and here the reservation cost will be that of 8 people, right? Now this makes sense. Okay, so इसकी जगह okay, let's solve it in another way. Can we say cost of 1 full ticket is equal to some reservation plus some full value, and cost of 1 half ticket is equal to some reservation cost plus half? So when we're talking about 2 full and 3 half reserve tickets, so we are talking about 5 reservations plus 2 full plus 3 half, and that is equal to 950, right? I'm using the same logic, but I'm writing down the variables so that the shortcut that I'm going to apply, you will be able to understand it. Next, the cost of 3 full and 5 half reserve tickets. So we're talking about 8 reservations, and we have got 3 full and 5 half, and that results in 1500, right? So if I subtract it, what happens is I get 3 reservations plus a full plus 2 half, and that results in 550, right? But we are not asked cost of 1 full and 2 half. We are actually asked 2 full and 1 half. So the answer is not 550. It's definitely going to be more than that, right? So what further we can do is there are different coefficients, so it's going to be a little tricky. ये नहीं पूछा जा रहा है. So let's convert these. Instead of 2 full, we can say this is 4 half. Instead of 3 full, let's say this is 6 half. Right? How? It is given in the question itself. Right? So we will have 5 reservations plus 7 half is equal to 950, and 8 reservations plus 11 half is equal to 1500. So the best way would be if we eliminate, or if we subtract. If we subtract, we'll have 3 and 4. Okay. So if we have subtract, we will have 3 reservations plus 4 half is equal to 550. Right? If I subtract this with this again, I will get 2 reservations plus 3 half is equal to 400. Right? This is the breakup of 5R plus 7H. Now, if we subtract it again, I will get reservation plus half is equal to 150. So 1 reservation plus 1 half is 150. So what we need is 2 full, that will mean 4 half, and 1 half. So we need 3 reservations plus 5 half. This is what we want, 3R plus 5H. How can we get 3R plus 5H? Okay, looks like we will have to solve for R and H. Okay, so if we double this, we will get 2R plus 2H is equal to 300. Now if we subtract this particular equation from this particular equation, we will get the price of a half as 100. If price of a half is 100, so that means the reservation cost is 50. That means the price of a full is going to be 200. So as per the question, 3 times the price of a reservation plus 5 times the half ticket is 150 plus 500, that will result in 650. So C becomes our answer. The shortcut is going to be a little difficult, reason being there is no coefficient relationship between 5, 7 and 8s. They are co-prime. Even if we take the difference where we got 3R and 4H, 3 and 4 are still co-prime. So since there is nothing common in the coefficients, we won't be able to eliminate, or we won't be able to get rid of any of the variables or the coefficients. No, Sanskar. आपको थोड़ी स्केच पेन वगैरह मिलेगा, आपको एक पेपर और एक पेन मिलेगा, है ना? So C is the answer. मेरे को एक मिनट दो. Let's think, is there a shortcut or not? So 1 full and 2 half is 550. So 1 full and 2 half another 1 full and 2 half. नहीं हो पाएगा. Orally, it's difficult to solve this. Okay, the next one. Find the value of k such that this has a unique solution. So if you have two simultaneous linear equation in 2 variables of this type, then you get a unique solution if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, and it is independent of what c1 upon c2 looks like, if it is equal or not. केवल ये use करना होता है. So the coefficient of x is 3, the next coefficient of x is 12. कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x इज 7 y का और दूसरे का k है और हमें पता है कि ये नहीं होना चाहिए. So if we solve this, we'll get k is equal to 7 into 12 upon 3, which is 4 times. So this is 28. It says not equal to throughout, so not equal to. So we can take any value of k as long as it is not 28. You will always get an answer. So obviously the last one. Now this is something we could have understood without solving. Once we understand this, can we say k ka jo bhi solve aayega, k will always give us not equal to some number? Because a1, a2, b1 is known, b2 is k. So k will eventually give us not equal to something, not rather equal to something. So obviously a, b, c won't make sense and d makes more sense क्योंकि k कुछ भी लेगा, एक value नहीं लेगा. So without writing down whatever I have written in yellow, we could have straight went after option D. है ना? Okay. Find the equation for which each root is 3 less than the roots of the equation. So suppose the roots of these are alpha and beta. So we need an equation where the roots are 3 less than this. So alpha minus 3 and beta minus 3 chahiye. So if I say this is x, where this is alpha beta. So from here we can say x is new x is alpha minus 3 and beta minus 3. So आप दोनों में से कोई भी एक choose कर लो. So alpha will be x plus 3. All you need to do is substitute x की जगह x plus 3. This is the shortest way where you do not have to find out what is sum of the roots or the product of the roots. आपको simply x की जगह plus 3 कर देना. In other words, 3 less को more कर दो. More मतलब plus. Add 3 to x and substitute. So this will become 5 times x plus 3 ka whole square minus 17 times x plus 3 minus 12. So we do know that we will be getting 5x square. And then I'm not worried about the middle term. We will be getting 3 squared, 9 into 5, 45 constant. Then we will be getting 17 into 3, which is going to be 51, right? Minus 51 rather. And there will be a minus 12. So if we look at this, 45, hmm, 63. Should be 18, nahi? कुछ गड़बड़ लग रहा है. So x square plus 6x plus 9 minus 17x minus 51 minus 12. So this gives us 5x square, 30x minus 17x, which is going to be 13x. There is some problem here. Why is it 43? Is it because of 30 into that? Options में दिक्कत है. It should be none of the above. Okay, another way. Maybe I am making some calculation mistake, which I highly doubt. But still, चलो alternate तरीके से solve कर लेते हैं. As per the question, alpha plus beta is 17 by 5 and alpha into beta is minus 12 by 5. Now, since the new roots are going to be alpha plus 3 and beta plus 3, their sum will become alpha plus beta plus 6, which will result in 17 by 5 plus 6, which is 30 plus 17, which is 47 by 5, right? So आप ये देख सकते हो कि sum of the roots should be minus 47, right? So x square minus sum of the roots into x. So options में गड़बड़ है, none of these होना चाहिए. And product of the roots alpha plus 3 into beta plus 3 should result in alpha into beta plus beta into 3 plus 9. Now alpha into beta is minus 12 by 5. Alpha plus beta is 17 by 5 into 3, and then this is plus 9. If I take 5 throughout, I'll be getting minus 12. 17 into 3, 51. 9 into 5, 45. Right? So this is going to result in 96 minus 12, which is going to be 84 by 5. So plus product of the roots, which is 84 by 5 is equal to 0. If I take 5 throughout, none of the options will make sense. Okay? So there is some typo somewhere. कोई एक वैल्यू जो है गलत लिखी हुई है, 17 की जगह 11 होना चाहिए, 12 की जगह 19 होना चाहिए. Something is a mistake over here. ठीक है? Okay, next. How many pairs of x greater than 0? So x should be positive and y should lie between 0 and 100 are possible such that 4x plus 5y is equal to 107. So हम क्या करते हैं इसमें? We find out the first set of values of x and y which will solve this. ठीक है? So if we take x as 0, it won't give you an answer. If you take y as 0, it won't give you an answer. If I take x is equal to 2, it will not give you an answer. If we get x is equal to 3. If x is equal to 3, we will have 12 plus 5y is equal to 107. Or 5y is equal to 95. Or we will get y is equal to 19. अब क्या होता है? X will change by 5 and y will change by 4. So x will change by 5 and y will change by 4. So x बढ़ेगा और y कम होगा. So the next set of values that we will have is going to be 8 and 15. फिर से ये 5 से बढ़ेगा और ये 4 से कम होगा. फिर से ये 5 से बढ़ेगा और ये 4 से कम होगा. फिर से ये 5 से बढ़ेगा और ये 4 से कम होगा. फिर से ये 5 से बढ़ेगा और ये 4 से कम होगा. ये possible नहीं है. Reason being y has to be between 0 and 100. Now, if I reduce 5 from x, I'll get minus 2. है ना? इससे अगर 5 पीछे चले जाए. So that is also not allowed. So that means we are left with these 5 possibilities or 5 solutions. So every time in a linear equation with co-prime coefficients, every variable changes by the coefficient of the other term. So x will change by the coefficient of y. 5 से change होगा and y will change by the coefficient of x. Now why is it that one increases while the other decreases? So consider that left hand side is a pan, right hand side is a pan. The right hand side pan is constant, it's 107. और इधर में अगर आप दो weight लगा रहे हो, एक x में एक y में, अगर एक का weight बढ़ाओगे तो दूसरे का कम करना पड़ेगा so that it's overall constant and you can equate it with the right hand side pan. 1 kg and half a kg का अगर आपके पास weights है, 1 kg ज़्यादा रखोगे and if you want to balance out things, half kg you will have to remove. Same logic over here. Okay, so you will get 5 answers. Okay, Pratham, yes, I know, only 5 days to go for the exam. Next, find the value of k for which the given equation has real roots. Now, real roots के लिए, the discriminant should be greater than equal to 0. So in this case, discriminant as in b square minus 4ac should be non-negative. So b is nothing but 4k minus 4k to be precise. Minus 4, a is 3 and c is 12. So this should be greater than equal to 0. So we will get 16k square minus 12 into 12, 144 is greater than equal to 0. Or we'll get k square minus 9 is greater than equal to 0. We can write this as k plus 3 into k minus 3 is greater than equal to 0. So that this tells us that k has to be less than equal to minus 3 or k has to be greater than equal to 3. जब भी आपके पास greater than equal to 0 होता है, so the answers are beyond the two values you are getting, beyond the two zeros you are getting. एक -3k पे it will become 0, the first factor, and when k is 3, the second factor becomes 0. So those are the two roots, -3 and 3. So beyond that मतलब -3 से कम and 3 से ज़्यादा. So the only option that makes sense is B. आगे पीछे लिखा हुआ है बस. You have to identify it. Okay. Next, find the number of real roots for this particular equation. So what I'm going to do is, instead of y square, I'll write x. So now I will have 5x square minus 13x minus 6 is equal to 0. So we have to break it down. So that 169 check करते हैं. So the value of x is going to be, I'm using this formula, minus b plus minus under root discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac by 2a. मैं ये लिख लेता हूँ because it's difficult to find out the roots by hit and try. ठीक है. So this is going to be minus of minus 13 plus minus under root minus 13 whole square minus 4 into a into c upon 2 into a. So this results in 13 plus minus under root. We have 169 plus 120, which is going to give us 289 upon 10. Right? Now, 289 ka square root is 17. So we'll have 13 plus minus 17 by 10, which will result in 13 plus 17, which is 30. 30 by 10 is 3. And 13 minus 17 is minus 4. So minus 4 by 10 is minus 0.4. So we are saying that these are the values of x, right? So हम बोल रहे हैं कि ये 3 है. If this is 3, so we will get y की value plus minus root 3. And then we are saying this is minus 0.4. Now square of a number can never be real. Square of a number which is negative will never be real. Since we are asked about real roots, तो ये दोनों नहीं होंगे. So we will get this. There are two real roots only for this particular quadratic. Okay, next. If the price of a shirt is decreased by 50, then Arun can buy 3 more shirts for rupees 1800. Find the new price of each shirt. So 1800 खर्च करता है वो. Suppose he buys n number of shirts and the price of each shirt is P. Same 1800 he spends. Number of shirts now he can buy is 3 more and the price of the shirt is now decreased by 50. We have two variables, two equations, n and p. We are supposed to find out the value of p, but since new price is asked, so p minus 50 find out करना है. So there are two ways to solve this. One is hit and trial. For that you have to be extremely good. And थोड़ा सा ध्यान दोगे तो looks like price is in hundreds or 150s, है ना? ऐसे ही कुछ चल रहा है. You can also solve it something like the first one can be written as 1800 by p is equal to n, and the second one gives you 1800 by p minus 50 is equal to n plus 3. If I subtract, right, I will have 1800 by p minus 1800 by p minus 50. अच्छा उल्टा हो गया. This should be p and this should be p minus 50. And this should be equal to 3, right? I can get rid of 3 and I can say 600 by p minus 50 minus 600 by p is equal to 1. This is relatively easier. I do not wish to take the LCM of the denominators because these are two different values in variables. तो वो quadratic वगैरह आएगा. So अभी hit and trial करते हैं. 600 के दो factors जो 1 से differ करते हैं. 24 and 25, right? So I'm saying 600 by p minus 50 is 25, right? That means p minus 50 is supposed to be 24, so it will become negative, right? 124 के table में नहीं है, 124 is 31 के table में, so 24, 25 doesn't make sense. Okay, the next one is if we take 150 से divide होगा और 100 से divide होगा. 150 से अगर divide होता है और 200 से divide होता है. Okay, so we can take 4 and 3. So if I'm saying this is 4, that would tell us कि 600 by 150 ना, यानी 200 minus 54 होता है. 600 minus 150. That means 600 by 200 is going to be 3. So that their difference is 1. मतलब p की जगह 200 रखना. This makes sense. So the p minus 50 is going to be 150, where p is obviously 200. P 200. Since we are asked new price of the shirt, the answer is going to be 150. Theta question है, so obviously you type in the value, right? So hit and trial thoda. You know, it will make you get good at factors, you know, reminders, किसके टेबल में आता है नहीं आता है, थोड़ा दिमाग ज्यादा चलता है. Okay, next, if the roots of the equation are equal in value but they have opposite signs, then find the third root. Well, if since this is cubic, there are going to be three roots, right? One is alpha, one is beta, and then it says दो root same value है, but opposite in sign. So the next one I can take it as minus alpha or minus beta, completely our choice. So I'll take minus alpha, right? So sum of the roots is going to be given as alpha plus beta plus minus alpha, which is beta. And this is going to be minus b by a, so which gives you 5. So third root अपने आप पता चल गया. Third root as a sequence में, the one that I've written, third root is not minus alpha. The roots are alpha, minus alpha, and the third one is beta. So beta हमें sum of the roots से पता चल गया. Even if I have no idea what the subsequent coefficients or terms will, I can still answer this, right? So 5 is our answer, right? Okay, so there is very few days to go. So MHCT specialized course we have started, that includes hundreds of live, recorded and pre-recorded lectures. You will be given 12 marks and thousands of questions to practice, right? More than 3,500. So you can enroll in the course. You can download our app, go to the home page, and therein you have the option to select the MHCT specialized course. Okay, so make sure that you enroll for it. On 3rd of March at 11 a.m., Mr. Srinivas is going to discuss about MBA, how, when, and where. If you guys have any queries regarding MBA, CAT, or any other exam preparation, make sure that you register for this workshop and attend. Also, on 6th of March at 7 p.m., Mr. Sarel is going to discuss about the CAT 2024 quant strategy. Hey, if you guys have any queries regarding how to prepare for quant, what are the major areas, what are the important topics, how do we tackle questions of quant, okay, he is going to be all ears. So make sure that you attend this workshop as well and get your queries resolved. On 10th of March at 11 a.m., you can write the scholarship test, using which you can avail up to 90% scholarship. for CAT preparation programs. Okay, so register for this as well. And CAT College Predictor is out right now. That evaluates your profile vis-a-vis with top MBA colleges in India and tells you which colleges you are best suited for. So check that also. If you guys have any doubt, fill up the form that is pinned in the comment chat. It's the counseling form. You can put in your doubts as well over there. Also, please do check out our social media handles and pages. Do join our Telegram channel also for any upcoming sessions, okay, and the analysis or the mocks whenever they are going to be released. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Take care. I'll see you guys again soon.